Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gold Rush crew bashes working with Fred Lewis. Fred Lewis has been on Gold Rush the last 2 seasons, and the crew seems happy that he is gone now. In the latest episode, a returning Rick Ness spoke to some of his crew, and they didn't hold back on their thoughts about working with Fred on the show. Here's what the crew had to say about Fred Lewis and their thoughts about him being gone this season. Gold Rush crew bashes Fred Lewis. On the most recent episode of Gold Rush, Rick Ness was sitting with his crew, and they prepared to weigh out some gold. Rick then said that he didn't know much about what went on with Fred, but he knew there wasn't a whole lot of luck out there with him. He asked what the crew thought about coming over to him. Buzz, who was easily the best member of Fred's crew, was blunt in his assessment. He said that coming from Fred's crew to Rick's was like coming from hell into heaven. Everyone laughed and seemed happy to have Buzz on their team. Buzz then opened up and said that the last 2 seasons working with Fred hadn't even covered his own personal costs to make the trip to help mine. For Rick, the narrator says that he needs 20 ounces of gold a week to make his costs. Rick weighed out the gold, and he made $23.28 for that weigh-in. That amount of gold is worth $46,000, and both Rick and Buzz seemed satisfied with the haul. Rick said they are just getting started, and for the week, they are at 65.21 ounces, and he is very happy with that. Rick then made it official and gave Buzz his t-shirt and welcomed him aboard. What went wrong with Fred Lewis on Gold Rush? Last season, Buzz Legel became a quick fan favorite on Gold Rush. Buzz was part of Fred's crew. He was also the only person there who seemed to know what he was doing. While most fans online seemed to hate Fred's story while watching his constant bad decisions, Buzz was the man there to pull him out of messes and keep things running, even if they never made any money. Some even thought it should have been Buzz's crew and not Fred's. As Buzz told Rick this season, Fred didn't find enough gold to make it worth keeping him around. Now, Buzz is with Rick, someone with a proven track record. It sounds like he might actually make some money this time around with Fred Lewis gone. The Gold Rush crew's experiences with Fred Lewis were a mix of frustration, disappointment, and bewilderment. Fred Lewis, a former Green Beret turned gold miner, brought a unique set of skills and an unconventional approach to the mining operations. While his military background provided him with a level of discipline and determination, it also created friction and discontent among the more seasoned gold miners. One of the main points of contention was Fred's lack of practical mining experience. Many crew members, seasoned veterans of the gold mining world, found his methods and decision-making processes baffling. Fred's got heart, but he's got no clue what he's doing half the time, one crew member vented during a rare off-camera moment. We've been doing this for years, some of us decades, and he comes in with these wild ideas that just don't make sense on the ground. Fred's insistence on using military-style leadership also didn't sit well with the crew. Gold mining required collaboration, mutual respect, and a deep understanding of the earth and its fickle nature. Fred's top-down, command-and-control approach often clashed with the more democratic and experience-driven style preferred by the miners. He tries to run this like a boot camp, said another crew member, shaking his head. But you can't just order gold out of the ground. It takes patience, intuition, and sometimes a bit of luck. You can't just muscle it into happening. The tension wasn't just about methodology, though. There were also personal conflicts. Fred's unrelenting drive and often abrasive personality rubbed many the wrong way. He's got this intensity about him, like he's always on a mission, one of the miners remarked. That's fine for the military, but out here, it just makes things tense. We need to work together as a team, and his way of doing things often breaks that team spirit. Fred's attempts to innovate were another sticking point. While innovation is crucial in mining, Fred's ideas often seemed impractical or poorly thought out. He's always coming up with these newfangled ideas, a veteran miner complained. We've tried some, and they've just ended up wasting time and money. Gold mining isn't about reinventing the wheel every season. It's about fine-tuning what we know works. There were also numerous instances where Fred's lack of experience led to costly mistakes. We had this one setup where Fred insisted on a certain way of setting up the sluice, a crew member recounted. We told him it wouldn't work, but he wouldn't listen. In the end, we lost a lot of fine gold because of his stubbornness. It was infuriating. Even the more optimistic crew members who initially gave Fred the benefit of the doubt found their patience wearing thin. At first, I thought, okay, he's new, he'll learn, one miner said. But after a while, it became clear that he wasn't really listening to us. He had his way, and that was that. It's hard to keep morale up when you feel like your input doesn't matter. Despite all the issues, some crew members did acknowledge Fred's positive traits. His determination and work ethic were undeniable, and there were moments when his outside-the-box thinking did lead to small breakthroughs. He's not all bad, a miner admitted. He's got guts and he doesn't give up easily. But guts can only take you so far when you're up against Mother Nature. Fred's military background did come in handy during particularly tough situations, like when the crew faced harsh weather or mechanical failures. His ability to stay calm under pressure and his problem-solving skills were appreciated in these moments. When things go south, he's the guy you want around, a crew member said. He's cool-headed and can think on his feet. It's just the day-to-day stuff where he gets it wrong. In the end, the consensus among the crew was that working with Fred was a mixed bag. His strengths often became weaknesses, and his leadership style was more suited to a battlefield than a gold mine. The crew's frustration boiled down to the fact that gold mining required a deep understanding of the land, a willingness to listen to experienced voices, and a collaborative spirit, qualities that Fred, despite his many admirable traits, often lacked. One could argue that Fred's journey in gold mining was a testament to the idea that passion and determination, while important, are not substitutes for experience and knowledge. The crew's candid assessments of working with Fred Lewis reveal a broader truth about any profession. Success often hinges on the ability to blend new ideas with tried and true methods, and to respect the wisdom that comes from years of hands-on experience. As the season wore on, the crew's initial excitement about Fred's potential gave way to a more pragmatic view. He's got a lot to learn, one miner summed up. Maybe in a few years, with more experience under his belt, he'll be a great miner. But right now, he's got to realize that we're all in this together, and we need to work as a team, not just follow orders. Fred Lewis's journey in the gold mining world was a rough and rocky road, filled with lessons hard-learned and a crew left hoping for better days. His story is a reminder that in the quest for gold, just like in life, the greatest treasure often lies in learning from those who came before and valuing the team that helps you dig through the dirt.